Do you have dreams? And if so, which dreams do you have? And what is the link between dreams and leadership? Today, I will be talking about the big five of leadership. I've already announced it in my last video, and today I brought the slides from my dear colleague Vera Peters, and I'm going to show you her concept of the big five for leadership. So the first one is leading by adventures. Vera Peters is organizing travels for entrepreneurs to Africa. And they learn a lot from people who are living in Africa. And so one step is really leading by adventures. But maybe you say, oh, I don't have any adventures here in my company. It's just, let's say, the normal routine of the day. In my opinion, it's also, let's say, what's happening to me sometimes unexpectedly. So, for example, I was on my way to an appointment, and as I do it very often, I went there by bike, and I didn't know which way to take, and suddenly I found myself in a very narrow kind of. It was more a path, and there were trees on the right and on the left, and I thought, okay, but there was a sign that I should go there with my bike, and so that's why I went there. And I thought, okay, I'll just manage. And at the narrowest space of this path, there was what horses leave behind them. I think you know what I mean. And I somehow could manage to really pass this small hill of leftovers of the horse. And when I did it, it made and I thought, okay, so what's happened now? And I could already feel it in my leg because there were some thorns in one of these things on the left side. And so I really had kind of hurt myself. It was just a little bit, but at the end I was kind of laughing. First I was a little bit nervous, and I thought, oh shit. And then I was laughing, and I thought, okay, that's what sometimes also happens to me as an entrepreneur. I think that I can manage. And then there is maybe an obstacle, maybe a leftover of somebody else. And then it's difficult for me. And the funny thing is, at the beginning of this small path, there was a big sign that it was forbidden for horses and horse riding people to use this. And then there was this shit of the horse. Yes, that was really for me, let's say, kind of eye-opening. And I always love these stories that happen to me, and I love to see where it relates to my life as an entrepreneur. So I think that sometimes it can also be good to start a new adventure, maybe to release a new product, to create a new service, and to just see to which result it will bring you. Yes, it's important to have goals. I don't want to doubt this. But sometimes it's also good, as I did, to take a path that I didn't know before, because I've already experienced it very often in my life that these paths led me to unexperienced joy and happiness and insights and so on. The next one is leading by changing perspective. That's also something that I really love a lot. Because if I'm always sitting at the same place, I always have the same perspective on everything. And so when I am somewhere where I go on a regular basis, I really love to change the seat. Sometimes that's irritating for other people who are also there and who have their, let's say, certain places where they always sit or stand. But I really love to change perspective. That's also what I do in my business. So, for example, when I coach clients and when we are preparing a kind of difficult conversation, then I always ask them to sit on another chair. So to have the perspective of the person they are going to talk with. And I, as well as my clients, we've already got great insights when we prepared this business. As far as I know, the Indians say that I can only understand the other person if I've been walking in their shoes for at least a mile. And so it's so good to kind of take the perspective of my customers, or maybe to just call in my own company and feel like a customer in my own company, or to take the perspective of my employees to see what is really, or what are the topics that are really important for them. The third one might sound a little bit, let's say, unusual for working in a company. It's leading by dreams. And I have to think of Walt Disney, who is said to have been a dreamer, and that he started many of his projects just with dreaming what could be a dream, what would help or support his audience. And I think we all know several pictures of him and where it led to. I do not want to go into the Disney strategy today in detail, but today I really would love to encourage you to just dream. So if you're really honest with yourself, and in case there was wouldn't be any restriction, what would your dream be? Maybe you want to go out into nature to have the impression that you can really feel the possibility just of a dream. And it's not all many things start with a dream, and how it might go on, I'll talk about this just in a minute. So the fourth one is leading by Ubuntu. That's something that is kind of typical for the African continent. It's not just about me, it's about us. And in most of our Western countries, we have the concept, which is called the concept of individualism. So I am important. It's important what I think, what I want. In Ubuntu, it's more the concept of collectivism. So what's good for all of us, for our whole company, for the whole team, and also for the surrounding. And I really love this concept because, it really supports to also get the perspective of the other ones. And the last step, in my opinion, is also a very important one, because if we don't take action, we'll never reach our dreams. There was a seminar in which I learned take imperfect action. And that's what I really do. So I have to admit that I've always been a perfectionist. And I also have to admit that some years ago, I wouldn't have let this video be live, because I would have felt ashamed that I didn't find the right word immediately. And so for me, that's really an imperfect action. And on the other hand, if I don't try, if I don't fail, how can I have success? That's how I learned so many things. I just tried, and then after several attempts, there was kind of a routine, and I'm the person that when there is too much routine, I love to start something new, to have, let's say, a new adventure. And so that's where the circle closes. If you have any questions regarding this concept, you can always reach Vera Peters or me to ask us questions. I will also put the link to the profile of Vera Peters so that you can contact her directly. And please also feel free to tell me your side, your what you think about this concept. And if I can support you, maybe to just listening to your dreams and to encourage you to live your dreams, then I'll be more than grateful. Those people who already know me know that my big dream is that we will live in a more peaceful surrounding, especially in companies, because everything starts with myself. I always say it starts over here. That's the only thing that I can change. And so I really would love to inspire more people to have a more peaceful and appreciative collaboration in companies. I wish you a great day and see you again next week. Thank you. Bye.